morning and welcome to our community affairs program that we call 30 Minutes. Today our special guest is Miss Carolina Connor. She is the Fall Fest president. I didn't get to say the Obion County librarian this time. That's
too many hats.
Just another one of your titles here in the community. Now, when did you take over this position?
Just this year. Dana Pruitt, who was running Fall Fest last year, stepped down, and so a group of us got together. So our executive board consists of me as president, Zoe Disney as vice president, Jenny Gillahan as secretary, and Caroline Parton as treasurer. And then we have a couple other board members. Rachel McKinney is over the Pride Luncheon, and Ashley Phillips is over the Fall Fest pageants that we have in September.
And we are going to talk about Fall Fest today. And the actual dates for Fall Fest this year are
October 25th through November the 1st.
So when do you start your meetings and organization of events for this year's event?
We have been working on this since probably the end of last year's Fall Fest. It's a continual thing where we're just, we have our set events. You may notice that there are a few less events this year. We kind of just dialed it back to, we all have full-time jobs. We're all very active in the community. We don't want Fall Fest to go away. So we did have to scale back a little bit on what we've got going on this year. So you may notice Cornfest Idol is not there. And, we had done the barbecue on the square. We're not going to do that this year. But our hope is that we take it back to basics maybe for a couple years and really get our bread and butter back in. And then maybe in the next few years we can add on to that.
This is Cornfest, right? Or
same thing, yes.
It's called Cornfest.
It was originally Fall Fest. It got changed to Cornfest. Now we're back at Fall Fest.
Right. It takes a lot of time in organization and putting these things together, too.
Absolutely.
So you have the executive board and then other board spinoffs that help with events.
And then we have lots of volunteers, too, that, give their time. And we're so grateful. Obviously, we could not do it without the volunteers.
I can understand that. And you are able to really help out because some of the events are at the library, correct?
Yes. So the library hosts the Fall Fest Family Day. It's a lot of F's in there. That event used to be down in Kiwanis Park. And a few years back, they moved it to the library backyard, which I love. We have a beautiful backyard at the library, and it's the perfect setup for chalk art and for a bunch of people to just get out in the open, and it makes me happy to have it at the library.
You have a stage back there, right?
Yes, we've got a stage. So in the past, we've done magic shows, and, that's where Fall Fest Idol has been the past couple years. So anyway, we can utilize that library park, I'm all for.
Fall Fest or Cornfest usually began with pageants. Have you already had the pageants this year?
Yes. Those took place back in September, and they take place back in September so that those contestants that place and win can represent us on a bigger stage. It's a qualifying pageant for the Miss Tennessee Volunteer Pageant. So our local pageant winner this year was Remy Lee. So she's just Miss Fall Fest. Mm-hmm. And then we have a Miss Fall Fest volunteer, Sydney Ward. We have the Northwest Tennessee Volunteer Queen, Catan Shockley. And then this year we got to add another title, and that is the Miss Obion County Volunteer, and that was Hartley McClintock. So those three that I mentioned at the end will go on to compete at the state level.
That's great. And you had it at the
auditorium.
Yeah, at the Civic Auditorium, yes, because it's usually downtown at the theater.
Yes.
And I presume that in time to come, it'll probably move back there.
I hope so.
Yeah, with the renovation they have going on there. Well, great. I'm glad you all have a schedule of events here that seem to be a lot of fun and a lot of different type of activities in the community. So we're actually going to start, as you said, on October 25th.
Yes.
And so that is?
We're kicking everything off with Fall Fest Family Day this year, which is located at the library in the backyard. So that event will be from 2 to 5 on Saturday, October 25th. we are going to have a petting zoo, tie-dye, yard games, fair show performance from the youth musical at the fair. They're going to be there and perform for us. We're going to have a touch-a-truck, the chalk art contest, a costume parade, and trick-or-treating. So with this being the week of Halloween, we're kind of trying to lean into that a little bit. So costumes are encouraged. We're going to have a few different categories of ages to award prizes for the costume parade and the chalk art. We're going to have bags there for you to decorate that you can take trick-or-treating to all the vendors that are going to be set up. So we're just really trying to lean into the Halloween part of the week. And I'm really excited this year because Tyson is going to do their community feed.
Oh, that's nice.
At 5:00. And then we're going to show Hocus Pocus in the backyard. So I'm hoping that everybody will grab their food and bring a blanket or some chairs, what have you, and stick around and watch a movie with us in the park.
The Tyson community feed is always a really big draw. They do a great job.
They do a fantastic job.
Yeah,
and it kind of goes hand in hand with the Fall Fest mission of, feeding our community and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just really excited for this year for Fall Fest Family Day.
I'm glad they are participating. Also, I see that you're collecting non-perishable items also.
Yes. So along with that same food mission, St. John's has recently started a food pantry. So in years past, we've had like a passport card where each kid that came in would get a passport card, and it would have like the tie-dye and the paint a pumpkin and all of that stuff on it. And for each activity, you would get a stamp on it. You would turn it back in and you would get a ticket into the grand prize drawing. So this year, instead of a passport, we do want you to come doing all the activities. There's just not going to be a passport card. Instead, when you bring in a non-perishable food item, you will get a ticket to go into that grand prize drawing for an iPad. So you can get up to 5 tickets. You can definitely bring more than 5 items, but we're only going to give you 5 tickets to go in the drawing.
You're going to give the iPad away that day?
That day. Yes. So we'll do all the prizes and stuff towards the end of the day. I do think you have to be there to be present to win and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there's some changes this year, but I'm really excited.
So this is for any and everyone on October the 25th.
Any and everyone. Tickets are not, you don't have to have a ticket. You can just show up. The whole day is free. There's nothing that you're going to have to pay for while you're there. So come out, be a part of our community, get some food, watch a movie, do some chalk art. Oh, with the chalk art too, I give out a free Snappy coupon to all the kids that participate. Thanks to Mr. Richard at Snappy.
Wow, that's nice. And enjoy the Tyson community feed.
Yes.
Ooh. And the movie.
And a movie.
Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
That'll be a good draw itself.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the park full of people dressed up. It's one of my favorite things.
Now, the annual event that is always special and very well attended each year is the Pride of Obion County.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this year's event.
All right. So this year's event is also a little different than years past. We have a fantastic Pride of Obion County this year, Mr. Art Sparks. He's done so much for our community throughout the years, and I cannot think of a better person to receive the Pride of Obion County this year. But because he is so well known around these parts, we moved our day to Monday for Pride of Obion County Luncheon. So that's going to be on Monday, October 27th at Discovery Park in the Dinosaur Hall. Tickets are a little different this year too. We are not selling them at the library. You can email Rachel, that I mentioned is in charge of the event. You can email her at ocfallfest@gmail.com to reserve your tickets, and she'll get back with you. Or if you don't have an email, I totally get it. I see it every day at the library. And if that is not an option for you, you're more than welcome to call the chamber and ask for Rachel. The number there is 731-885-0211.
So tickets will not be sold at the door.
They will not be sold at the door. They are $25 for a single ticket, and a table of 8 is $200.
Right. Okay. And this is on Monday, because we are anticipating probably a very big crowd.
Yes, we're thinking so.
Art knows people from one end of the state to the other.
All walks
and all
of life.
in between.
And, I think that there will be just a very big turnout, not just from our community, but from those across the state that he knows as well.
Yes. Now, I know the chamber banquet is usually a full packed house there. How many people can you actually seat?
We can seat 300. Tickets did go on sale on October 6th. So those spots are filling up fast, and you do have to have your ticket before the event. You cannot walk in that day and get it.
In other words, someone hearing this needs to get their tickets in
If
advance.
you have not gotten your ticket for Pride of Obion County and you really feel like you need to be in the room, absolutely. Give Rachel an email or give her a call at the chamber at 731-885-0211 to make sure you get your ticket down. There will be a yummy meal. Miss Debbie Underwood at Willow Tree in Obion will be catering the event. She always does. I think we've had a pasta bar the last few years, and it's so good. And of course, the dessert is always the best part, in my opinion. So she's also catering for our event, Evening in the Vines. We're going to have a taco bar there. So,
wow. Okay, you got here that it starts at 12, or the program begins at 12?
The program begins at 12. We will open the doors at 11.
To start having the meal and everything, and the program starts at 12.
Yes. Well, the program starts at 12, and then we usually let people go through the line at that time.
Okay.
Is how we've done it in years past. So, but the doors will open at 11, so you can come in and find your table. I think a couple people from the library will be there to help you find your table and get seated and that kind of thing.
And by being on Monday, Discovery Park is closed, right? So this will be the only thing going on that day at Discovery Park.
Yes, sir.
Again, that is the Pride of Obion County Luncheon, this year honoring Mr. Art Sparks, very well deserved. And that is Monday, October the 27th at noon. Doors will open at 11. Get your tickets now, as soon as you can. Okay, your next event will also be on that Monday also.
Yes,
that
the Fall
Monday
Fest
evening.
of Foods.
Yes.
This is a, pretty new event. I think this is year 3 or 4. Don't quote me, but it is newish. And it is so well attended. You also need to get those tickets as soon as you can, because we only have so many. Like I said, we started selling on October 6th. They always go fast, and when they're gone, they're gone. We have no extras. We can't get you in. We can't fit you in. Those tickets are $20 a piece unless you are a member of the FCE, and then they are $15 a piece. And those are on sale at the library, cash or check only.
And FCE stands for Family and Community Education, and that is the club members.
Yes.
What type of foods will be presented with this? Evidently, it's very popular because you said tickets sell out.
It's an extremely popular event. It's just become well known that these FCE members can cook a mean whatever it is. There will be casseroles and soups and desserts, and how they have it set up is they had like 3 tables last year. You go and you get kind of just like a tasting of everything on the table. You get to vote for what you thought was best on that table. And then they award like a cook of the night. And everybody that comes and participates gets a ticket. They also take home a cookbook with all the recipes that are there for the night.
So they have a little judging for the food that's presented.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty interesting too. Again, this is called Fall Feast of Foods, taking place on Monday, October 27th at 6 o'clock. Now, where will it be held?
It's going to be at Second Baptist.
Okay.
In their...
Second Baptist Church.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fellowship Hall.
Fellowship Hall, thank you.
But again, you need to get your tickets for this.
Absolutely. They sell out so fast. It always amazes me how fast they go. But these members of the FCE group, they have a reputation for good food, and people do not doubt it. And they come and they get their tickets quickly. There are going to be 42 different recipes to try.
Wow.
So Come
That'd be a lot of fun.
hungry. Yeah. Not too hungry because, it's just a small tasting,
Right.
but definitely come hungry.
And vote for the winner. Mm-hmm. Okay. Evening in the Vines. This is an event that has taken place quite often too, isn't it?
Yes. And it's fun to kind of end the week at the winery in Kenton with Mr. Bill. Live music. We're going to have Johnny Mack again this year. He's always great and plays the whole time. And we are encouraging costumes for this event as well. We are toying with the idea of having a prize for the best costume as well. So
Even though Halloween is over for this.
yes,
Still,
technically it'll be November 1st.
right.
But like I said, just trying to lean into the Halloween week and play up on that. And, it gives adults a chance to have some fun too.
Yeah. At White
Now,
Squirrel
you don't
Winery.
have to dress up.
Right.
You're still guaranteed a good taco and some good live music. And there will be a cash bar for the wine. And then also, Real Foot Brewing Company is going to set up that night too. So there will be a cash bar for their beers.
And you're going to have a silent auction. You have some items.
Yes. We've got things from Kaiser Wellness. We have a few things from Miles and Bishop. A Jiffy Steamer is on the table. One of the things that goes usually pretty quickly is there is a farm to table dinner with Dylan and Courtney Bondurant. I've heard fantabulous things about that. So lots of different items, and a good time is sure to be had by all.
This is just a good social event then, you're saying, right?
Yes. And in the past, like last year, the tickets were $75 per couple. This year, it's just going to be flat $20. So
Per person?
per person. Those tickets are also on sale at the library, cash or check only. Mm-hmm. But the event is from 6 to 9. So, it's not like we're staying out real late, but it's going to be a good time. And, we're always dancing. And, again, the tacos, Miss Debbie, so good.
From the Willow Tree?
From the Willow Tree. So, we're just really looking forward to a great event this year. And really, bringing the community together in a lot of different forms.
Do you have a limit on how many can come that night, or is just whoever?
We have 200 tickets available for sale, so we'll see. I feel like we've probably had 100 in the past couple years, but I would love to see it grow and, have a few more people in attendance.
Sure. Evening in the Vines at White Squirrel Winery in Kenton. That is on Saturday, November 1st from 6 until 9 o'clock. It says 9:30 here on the sheet. Is that right? Is it 9 or 9:30?
It's 9.
It's 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Tickets on sale for $20 each. So that will wrap up actual activities. But I see here that the money you've raised throughout the week really goes to a good cause also.
Yes. So any money that is made through the sale of the Fall Festive Foods tickets, the Evening in the Vines, anything made off the silent auction, the non-perishable items are going to St. John's from Fall Fest Family Day. But we also have where any money raised throughout the week will go to local organizations that support our mission of feeding Obion Countyans. So those 3 organizations that we have are Chimes for Charity, the Soul Food Cafe, and Trudy's Kids Cafe.
3 good ones.
Yeah. So I think we're so lucky in Obion County to have so many people who are really trying to help the people that live here and are a part of this community.
And they all reach really and truly a different audience too. So you're covering the bases for a lot of people. Yeah,
we're just really trying to spread the wealth and have fun. This event has been going on for years. I can remember when I was younger, it was out at the fairgrounds, and they did a barbecue cook-off after the Obion County Union City game, and then there was Magnificent Imposters. I may or may not have been a backup dancer for Rod Stewart one of those years.
One of the imposter
events. So, if we can get a good turnout for these events that we can that we know are tried and true. Maybe we can look at bringing some of those events back and, in quotations, bringing it back to glory days. I just think so many people have so many fond memories of Fall Fest growing up. And, we just really want our community to have something to attend and have fun with in the fall season.
We're in a time now where there is so much going on anyway, all the time. You just have to try to schedule something and hope they show up. And they will. And they will. The event that you have here are really neat, really nice, and I think you'll have a lot of participation and the opportunity for you and your board and volunteers to give back to Chimes for Charity, Soul Food Cafe, and Trudy's Kids Cafe. So that's great in the long run.
And I would like to say also, if you're out there listening and you think that this is something that you would love to volunteer your time with, we are more than happy to have you come help us. If there's an event you want to see and take over or anything really, we will not turn away help. There are, like I said before, the people that are on the board now, we're all involved with so many different things. We all wear a lot of different hats. Right. And so if you're a person with a lot of hats who also wants to contribute, great. But if you're a person who's looking for some hats to wear, this is a great way to establish a rapport and get to know your community and, really figure out where you fit in and how you can help.
Even if it's the first time.
Even if it's the first time. Everybody's got to have a first time sometime.
Right. Meet people and learn the community. Yes. There's always room for volunteers with everything. I have been through that before with other organizations. And volunteerism, for some reason, this day and time is not as... There are people not standing in line.
It's not as prevalent.
Used to be.
Yes. So. And I will say the other part of volunteering is Fall Fest Family Day. If you are a part of an organization that you would like to set up like a vendor tent, those are the people that we're kind of banking on having candy for the kids to trick or treat. And you're more than welcome to hand out different or have a craft available for the kids to do. We're just looking for community members. I think the Prevention Coalition's going to be there. Just a bunch of local businesses. The Art Room by Abby is going to be there helping. So if you're interested in that, please follow us on Facebook. That's where most of our information is going out. It will be in the paper as well. But there is a sign-up sheet on the Facebook page. There's a link that you can follow if you'd like to sign up to be a vendor for Fall Fest Family Day.
So your Facebook page is Fall Fest?
OC Fall Fest.
OC Fall Fest. Yes. Good deal. And someone hearing this say, hey, I would like to help. Who do they reach out to? Where do they go?
If you just want to send an email to ocfallfest@gmail.com, or if you want to get in touch with the chamber office, they can point you in the right direction. Or you can stop by the library and ask me as well.
Okay, looking back, Fall Fest, Obion County from October 25th through November 1st. And as you have heard, there are some events here where tickets are needed pretty fast. Don't wait till the last moment. Get your tickets for the Pride of Obion County Luncheon at Discovery Park of America for Fall Fest of Foods. It's going to take place at Second Baptist Church, you said. And then the evening in the Vines. All require tickets.
Yes.
That's very important for you, isn't it? Well, I believe you have a good week. A lot of activities, a lot of things that people can do, and we hope you the best. We have a few minutes here. I want to ask you, how's things gone at the library over the summer? I know you're usually pretty busy.
Yes, we had a great summer reading program. I don't have those numbers in front of me right now, but we had great attendance, lots of minutes read at the library, lots of prizes given. This year's theme was Color Your World. And so it was an art-based theme, and we got to do an art show and really highlight some community artists. They were hanging up in the library, and it went over so well that we have extended it, and now we have a fall art show up at the library. People have submitted photographs and paintings and blankets that they've made, and we've got them all displayed right there when you first walk in the library around the circulation desk.
So it's the public can come and see them then, huh?
Yeah. So, it's just something that it went over really well, so we decided to keep doing it. And I think, too, we're going to extend the parade of trees that we do normally. I think we're going to make a Christmas art show or winter art show and have some of those paintings. Some of the paintings were done in Penny's art classes that happen at the library, and then some people were just bringing in their things from home. So I'm excited for, it looks beautiful right now. We've also just had our new exterior doors put in, and they just bring a brightness and almost just a more open feeling to the library. It's still cozy, but just something about those doors is really opening it up. And now's a really pretty time to look at the library, and you can go back in the park too as it gets maybe a little cooler, hopefully. The Prevention Coalition just added a mental health walk in the back of the library park. So as you walk around the library park on the path, you can inhale some rosemary, or they've just got different little mental health, take a breath here, those kinds of things to help you kind of recenter yourself. So that's a nice little addition that is something new at the library.
Are the school systems here locally, I'm sure they are, very excited or proud or helpful that you do continuing education actually for many children during the summer months? Yes,
and I will say in the last couple years, we've really made an effort to get more into the schools during the year. So Ashley, our children's coordinator, she's visiting Lake Road, Hillcrest, and Ridgemont on a regular basis. And we're also going, I'm in the city schools. That's where my kids are. So I see those teachers. They talk to me. I go in and read at their classrooms as well. And then that opens up the conversations for getting them to the library. A lot of them will use their field trips to come to the library. And the more connections that we can make with those kids throughout the year that help them remember that we're there, the more that they're going to remember when summer comes. Oh, hey, Miss Ashley said we could come see her this summer at the library, and there's going to be prizes there, and there's going to be things to do. We're also working with the middle school and high school RISE programs, which is their special ed classes. They're visiting the library once a month. They're checking out books. We're doing a craft and stories and life skills with them. So we're really concentrating, I feel like, on making sure that we are out in the community so that the community can remember to come back to us.
That's fantastic. Your summer reading program has been so successful for so long, and glad it continues.
Yep. We're blessed with the community that we have here in Obion County.
Do you pick up new children each year, or do you see the same faces about every year, or is it always growing?
It's always growing. It's always changing. We kind of talk about, because we have story time throughout the year on Wednesdays at 10:30. And, those kids, they start coming when they're newborns. And all of a sudden, they're going to kindergarten, and we don't get to see them as much anymore, so summer reading is really important for us to touch base with those babies that, we really came to love during story time.
Well, that is great. Again, today, our special guest has been Miss Carolina Connor. She's been here today as the Fall Fest president, but of course, you've known her for many years as the librarian at the Obion County Public Library here. And we appreciate all that you do in the community, all that you do at the library.
Well, it is not all by myself. I definitely have help. And if you want to be the help, please come talk to me.
Again, thank you for being in today. And that concludes this week's 30 Minutes program. We hope you enjoyed today's show. And, of course, we invite you to tune in again next week at this same time as we bring you topics and information of importance to our community. From all of us here at Thunderbolt Broadcasting, until we meet again next week, I'm Charles Choate.
You've been listening to 30 Minutes, a community affairs program on Thunderbolt Radio. You can listen to this broadcast and others anytime by visiting thunderboltradio.com and following the Thunderbolt Radio and Digital YouTube page. Thanks for listening.